Hello folks, this is Mike DeBruzzo from Canine One Specialized Dog Training, and what this video is about is I'm going to be showing you a technique, not to be confused with a command, for getting a dog in the habit of taking treats a little bit easier from you. Most dogs that take treats very rough, it's generally the result of people giving the treats the wrong way right from the beginning. I'll give you a really quick example. This is Lefty right here. He's my prop that I like to use a lot. If I'm giving Lefty a treat and he seems to really like it and he's really going for it, a lot of people will sort of get in the habit of moving away from the dog because they're a little hesitant too. So then the dog just ends up snapping even more for it. And sometimes you weren't the one that did it; someone else did it before, and then you actually obtain a dog, and they're already taking the treats rough. So it's your natural reflex to move the treats away from the dog. And sometimes no one did anything wrong. The dogs are just extra excitable for the treats. That's just the way it is. But what you can do to help to help with that, I say it's not a command, it's just a technique that helps break the habit, is when you give the treat to the dog, instead of doing this or even holding it still and letting the dog come into you, is as soon as you're about to give the treat to the dog, just aim about a half an inch past the front of their mouth, so that the dog is going to naturally have to kind of move their head backwards to focus on the treat. So when you present the treat, give the dog the treat and aim a little forward, so the dog will kind of back up to focus on the treat where it actually is. And I'm going to show you on a real dog in a second. Another technique that you can do, if the dog, even if you're doing that, the dog is getting all your fingers in their mouth and sort of raking with their front teeth your fingers, which has happened to me before, is you can kind of do a technique. Instead of holding the treat like this, you hold it in your palm, and then you kind of give it to them, kind of out of camera here, in an underhanded position, and open up your thumb and just sort of push it into their face with an open palm. Same thing, it discourages them from grabbing, from grabbing your fingers. I'm going to show you on a real dog now. I'm going to have to adjust the camera a little bit. This is Charlotte. Come here, girl. This is Charlotte. She needs a home. By the way, she's incontinent, she's aggressive, but nobody's perfect, right? But seriously, her incontinence is controlled with medication. Her aggressiveness is definitely not towards anyone that she's bonded with. She's part German Shepherd, probably part Doberman, and it's she actually does warm up to people, quickly. You just can't leave the doors unlocked in your house and just let people walk in. She's very controllable with obedience, and she's a dog, right? You're waiting for your treats, you know what we're going to do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the treat. Now, like I said, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to take the treat and be scared and move it away like this. What you're going to do is just take the treat. Let's get a little closer to the camera here. So is just take the treat and just kind of aim like a half an inch past the front of her mouth, like that. Now this right off the bat is going to get her in the habit of not taking the treats hard. Now the palm technique that I was talking about, they were really raking at your fingers. I say take it in your thumb, then go underhand like this and just open up your thumb right before you give it to her. And the same thing you could push into the dog. So I go like this and I go in like that. Now I'm doing this really exaggerated for the demo. But in reality, once the dog starts taking it good, like you can see, once they're in the habit of doing that, you could pretty easily just give the treats to the dogs. But that's just a little technique, a little tip from us over here. And Charlotte needs a home. Someone call me about her. She's a great dog. She's beautiful. She's a sweetheart. She has a lot of good qualities. We just need we just need to find the right spot for her. So long from Canine One Dog Training for now, and see you next time. You beautiful girl. Who's that beautiful girl? Yes, Charlotte. Yes, you beautiful girl.